Yo, welcome back to the MontyVerse, guys. Today we are checking out another episode of the live-action One Piece adaptation. This time, episode 4, The Pirates Are Coming In, where we last left the Straw Hat crew. They were in a bit of trouble on Syrup Village.
It was quite dire, to say the least.
Oh, absolutely. Nikki, are you ready to jump into this episode?
Yes, definitely.
Alright, guys, starting episode 4 of One Piece right now.
Oh no, little Timmy's in a well, except his name is Zoro.
Oh no. And Mary. You forgot about Mary.
Yeah, but
who might be dead.
You're convinced he's dead.
I don't know, he got stabbed through the chest this time and thrown into a well. Was that headache from the bottle or from the hangover? Wow, that's a pretty deep well. Oh! Zoro opening! These are sick. I want all of these.
Ah, that's so cool.
We're no closer to finding Straw Hat than we were hours ago.
Straw Hat? You mean Luffy?
Wait, you know Luffy? Yeah, my other best friend. He's in trouble.
Someone has to stop Kuro. I can't do it by myself.
It's okay. We're here to help. Isn't that right?
Yeah, El Meppo.
By all
Dick.
means.
Oh god.
Oh god. Oh, his belly grew like it does in the anime when he eats too much. Oh no, she's in the noisiest pantry she could have possibly found.
Sure, champ. Believe my cooking out.
Enough!
You're a terrible cook.
Myself think over your...
There's only one cook / pirate I care about.
Whoa, foreshadowing?
Seriously, he said El Meppo and Kobe with two guys wearing puffer vests.
Who'd ring the bell at this hour?
Just stay put.
He has such a creepy
Let's
look
not
to
allow the
him.
night to get the better of us.
He looks so evil.
It's like, part of it is like the makeup makes him look almost artificial, but that might have been the intention.
He's got slick back hair.
The poor boy has been this way ever since he was a child. One lie bigger than the next. He was never quite the same after his mother's passing.
Oh, scumbag.
I guess some fruit gets so bruised it can't help but to be rotten at the core.
Oh, wow. This guy's just rubbing salt in the wound.
Oh!
You sure?
He says to like the 18-year-olds.
We think.
Where do you suppose he got that hook from?
Again!
Oh! Flashback time.
What?
Oh.
Oh. So he's already a member. Did a really good job of obscuring the face.
Really?
And one day, I'm gonna surpass you. Then I'm gonna be the world's greatest swordsman.
But not today.
Oh, get wrecked. I love how they're incorporating arrogance into this version of Zoro's story from a young age.
Right.
And he always needs to get humbled a little bit.
And all things considered, it hasn't been that long since that flashback.
Yeah.
Usopp? Yeah, hurry up, come on.
This poor girl can't sleep tonight.
No.
You always believe me.
I believed your stories because they were fun. This one isn't.
Oh, shit.
You called that the last episode, though.
Oh, I know, but it doesn't make it feel any better.
I'm not leaving your side. Not until I know you're safe.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, Usopp, brave warrior. Wow, we're getting some Usopp development. Hell yeah, I'm all for it. Nice. Pirate ship. Controls.
Thank God you're still alive. Why wouldn't we be alive?
Oh! Oh. He's so creepy.
Oh my god.
Such stark contrast to Buggy. Where Buggy was like psychotic. This guy is just like...
He's cold.
He's cold. Absolutely frigid.
to wake up!
What a creep. Love that walk. He's got a little swag-tastic walk.
Even though it's cat-like.
Yes, he embodies the, like, physical movements of Kuro from the anime.
Here you are, Miss.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, don't lick it. Don't be a weirdo.
Well, he is a weirdo.
Okay, you're right. Okay, at least he didn't lick it. This is gorgeous. This setting.
Oh yeah, the light,
The lighting,
just
yeah.
the design, the angle.
Beautiful wide shots and the intense close-ups. I love that they've been doing that. Oh. That's something that we've seen him do. Ooh. Good.
Shut up and fight!
Oh, this is so awesome.
Oh, we've seen that before.
The beginning of his style. Oh.
Oh.
Oh. Get humbled, young man.
If we keep that vow, one of us will become the world's greatest swordsman
Or woman.
to ever live.
Just did the bro handshake, so you know it's true. They did a power shake.
What was that, Straw Hat? You got something to say?
Oh God! Oh God!
Oh, good.
Ew.
Beautiful. The only thing I wish he did, I wish we threw up more
Ew, no.
on El Nepo.
Projectile vomiting is never funny. I'm sorry.
It's very funny. When it happens to El Mepo, it's very funny.
Big creepy room, no problem.
This is almost like a horror movie.
Oh yeah, well it is because they're trapped
Well,
and
definitely
locked
a
in.
horror movie, which is interesting because the last episode, which you brought up, had very Alice in Wonderland vibes.
She can't be. We made a promise.
We made a promise.
They're really stripping that down to the bare bones.
They really did.
I would almost think that I would almost say that there's actually too little of
I'm glad you said that because I like what they did do.
I think they oversimplified the importance of her in his life
Mm-hmm.
and how he came in there like a rabid animal,
Mm-hmm.
and it was her being so much better than him that kept him focused.
Yeah. That being said, I still like the actress who played her.
Yeah, I
like,
think she was good.
Like, I'm glad we didn't get the "You're weak, Zoro. Nothing ever changes" a million times.
But like I like that repetition. She was projecting her own insecurities onto him.
But also, young Zoro is fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't even get acknowledgement that that's her father.
Oh shoot, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Why should I allow you to carry it?
It is a very rare blade.
Queen Anne and I made a promise that one of us become the world's greatest swordsman to ever live.
And it's up to you to fulfill that promise. For you and for her.
Not gonna lie, they really did Queen dirty. It's like they sacrificed her whole character in service of Zoro's story. But like the reason why that's so important, it means something, is because of how much the father, to her face, kind of pushed her to the side.
That's what I think is missing the most is his dismissal of her and saying that she will never succeed him for no other reason than because of her gender. Because then I think that would have played more into her.
Luckily his backstory took just enough time for him to climb out of that well.
Good timing. I think it's safe to say that Mary's probably dead now.
Yeah, I don't think he survived in this version.
Start walking, pirate, or die.
Bro, you know he's a rubber man.
Not only that, he's too chicken to do it anyway. Oh.
Uh-oh. Ooh.
I know you've got a job to do, but I'm gonna go back and help my friends. So don't try to stop me.
Damn, when he makes that face. Oh! Whoa.
Oh, nice shot.
Nice shot. Look at that catch.
Oh, I thought it was intentional.
Oh, did he hit him there on purpose? Oh, I guess not. Oh, it's on one of the exploding ones?
I'm not sure. Oh, now you know he's serious.
Now he's serious. He's got the headband on.
Or bandana.
Bandana, you're right.
What an impractical outfit to wear.
Yep. But capes do look cool. Man, get rid of these cats.
All right, this is the fight I was waiting for him.
This guy is too OP. Oh!
Annoyingly resilient.
Well, I am made of rubber.
I'm surprised he knows what resilient means.
We've got each other's backs. Always.
The Mugiwara.
They don't. I've killed more crewmates than I care to remember. They're expendable.
Oh.
Every single one of
Is
them.
that foreshadowing? Oh. Get some catnip or something.
Oh.
Oh, that piece of garbage. The disrespect. You better make her pay, dude.
Being a pirate is not about
I
raiding
think he's
villages
definitely going to.
or perfect plans. It's about adventure
Yeah.
and freedom. I'm done talking.
Oh.
Now I'm listening.
Wow, this is new. This is very un-Luffy-like, but I'm all for it. Oh!
They didn't plan for that.
Damn, dude, you just got fucking clapped on by Luffy. Oh, sick. Damn, this dude takes one shot to the face and he gets rattled.
I swear, his facial expressions are so perfect.
Yeah, I know. Such a little troll.
Oh my god!
Oh!
Where are we gonna go? We don't even have a ship.
Yes, you do.
Aww.
Aww.
Well, Mary's definitely dead. R.I.P. Mary. R.I.P. Mary. But welcome to the crew, Mary.
That looks just like your lawyer friend.
He was their dearest colleague.
Then his memory will live on.
Aww. I guess it's such a sadder meaning.
Yeah.
Go and marry.
Aw.
Your new home.
Thank you, Kaya.
I mean, it gives it more meaning than just Mary going.
We did it!
Then Mary just going, here's a ship. I named it after myself.
Which is fair.
That
It's
is
still
fair.
sad.
It's very sad.
What are you waiting for? Get your stuff. You're coming with us. Right? What?
That's very Luffy. He's just like, all right, you're part of my crew now.
I couldn't. Just come on already.
I'm gonna need a great sharpshooter. Just like Yasopp.
Aw.
Sticking up for your friends. That's exactly the kind of guy I need on my crew.
He could just look at you. He has this look.
I think it's time I start taking care of myself. I think I might do something different. Study to become a doctor.
Aw. Ship might need a doctor.
I'll see you again someday. I expect to hear all about the real adventures of Captain Usopp.
Oh, yay!
They do know I'm the captain, right?
Let them have this one.
That's a sweet resolution to that. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
The going merry, baby.
Oh, that is such a good
Yeah.
instrumental.
Woo! We are perfect. Perfect placement of that sample. They're home.
All right, he can have all the naps he wants
Yep.
now. Aw.
He's got everything he needs: a hammock and alcohol.
And he's keeping the sword with him even like as he lies down.
Sleeps.
Wait, is that like just a jar of popcorn they had?
It's a jar of popcorn. Oh, his seat. That's his favorite place to sit. Yeah.
Hope we don't get copyright claims.
Yeah, right. We should stop humming it.
It would work out.
Yeah, well, don't get used to it.
I love that they use that.
Being right.
Oh. Are they all gonna team up like Legion of Doom style?
Like, why did they? I guess the Kobe already left, but come on.
I failed my first mission. I failed to capture the target. I didn't get Luffy.
Oh wait.
You did exactly what you were supposed to do. You flushed them out, son.
Oh.
Oh no.
Oh.
Made us a new Jolly Roger for the ship.
Looks great.
He's very talented.
I know. My design often leaves people speechless.
Look at Luffy's face.
I am the captain. We are the Straw Hat
Call
crew.
me.
Oh.
Gets the ship and knows the most about the ship.
I am.
Oh, she laughed.
This is what it's all about. From now on, it's all gonna be smooth sailing.
Sure.
Oh God.
Sure. Oh.
You have to open your mouth.
Oh.
Grandpa?
Oh! So they just there.
Oh.
See, I was curious if they were going to do that.
Like at all or this early?
I thought at all. I was curious if they were gonna like reveal that. Like I thought that was gonna be like an end of the season.
Oh yeah, well that's what I mean.
Like cliffhanger.
Well, no, that's what I mean by. Do you mean at all or early?
Oh, this early, like.
Yeah. No, I was with you. I figured it was gonna be end of the season. So, I mean, I kind of like in the sense that you and I are like acting like we don't know.
Well, it was shocking for it to happen this early.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't think it would happen this early either. But I think there's kind of like it's a nice bit of a twist, like because it's the halfway point too.
Of the season, yeah.
And also, it kind of explains his obsession with Luffy, because I'm sure Kobe's like, "What the hell's going on?"
And explains why he's mentoring Kobe, because he sees in Kobe that he's not a judgmental person.
Yeah.
He will follow orders, but he's also a good judge of character, and he also wants to help good people. So he knows, like, if I send you after my grandson, you're not going to inadvertently kill him.
Right.
Like, you're not going to kill him or just do something that would be immoral.
Right, and like even though he technically didn't fulfill his mission, he didn't hinder any progress though, and he appreciates for where he ended up after all that.
Absolutely, but man, that twist really derailed where I was going to take this conversation.
Because there's a lot to talk about, but it's like, how can you like go on to anything else?
Yeah, that was such a mind blowing reveal. Grandpa, his name, guys, Vice Admiral Garp is Monkey D. Garp.
Oh my God.
Grandpapa of Monkey D. Luffy of the Straw Hat crew. So that's a big reveal, and it's really cool because I find it so funny that the thing with he wears his dog hat in the first the second episode and the first episode, and the whole intention of the dog helmet was to throw people off the scent that he was Luffy's grandfather to hide his facial designs. And after kind of his second appearance, he stops wearing it. So I found that funny. But let's talk about the real meat of the past two episodes, the Usopp saga, the Syrup Village arc, if you will. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I really liked the Usopp stuff of this episode.
Yeah. Oh my God, exactly where I was gonna go. I think that was by far the strongest part of the episode because every other episode so far, there are multiple plot threads going all along. And I think the stuff with him and Kuro was extremely great.
Yes. They did something really cool this episode where one, they gave Usopp actual development where his bravery development doesn't happen later on in the season like it does in the anime. It happens right here, right now with Kaya, who is the person at this time that means the most to him. And I think it makes the most sense for him to say, no, I'm not going to be scared. I'm not going to be running. I'm going to be a brave warrior for you. And I think that was a good thing that they did.
Yeah, unlike, oh, no one believes me. Hey, Straw Hats, like, can you handle this?
Straw Hats, can you guys do this? No, he's like, I'm going to fight for you, and I'm going to stay here and protect you, even if I die. That was a really good thing for Usopp's character that they did in this. The other thing they did is they really emphasized how much Kuro lied to her during like the years in servitude, and he stressed how much he hated every second of it. And it really played against like you have Usopp who's lying to help her, who's lying to kind of lift her spirits, and lying out of like one to distract himself from his trauma, and two, to help her distract herself from her ailments. So he's using lies as a force of good. And then you have Kuro, sorry. I'm talking fast. You have Kuro who's using lies in the worst way possible to destroy her life.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting that you have these two figures kind of in mass conflict with each other, and how because one is so open about lying, they're less believed than the guy who is an expert at lying.
Right. The other thing about him that, like, we've had so many great performances and even just villains this season. Holy hell. Like, this actor who, I apologize, I don't know, I can't remember everyone's names, but he is so creepy. And in a way, and like every villain has been kind of absurd for their own reasons. And obviously he has like giant swords on his fingers, like cat claws. But he is like probably by far like the most, I'm trying to think of the best way to phrase it, because he's silly.
He's the best physical actor. Like, this is a great physical performance.
It's a physical, but it's the most sinister.
Yeah, like, sinister, callous, cold.
Yeah, because Buggy was obviously unabashedly evil.
He was grandiose.
He was grandiose, but this guy, he's like so cold and calculating. And yeah, he goes a bit dramatic towards the end, but he's like the guy I would like run away from the fastest.
And it's so great to have him follow up Buggy, because Buggy is so big and vibrant and flashy.
Yeah, and insecure about everything.
Yes, and Kuro is very fluid.
And stealthy.
And cold, and he glides.
Yeah.
Like when he walks. And it's just such a great difference from the last villain, which was Buggy, who's just kind of just like in your face and literally all over the place with his chop powers.
But no, that was easily the highlight of the episodes for me, which is unfortunate in comparison to what I was hoping was going to be a little meatier, was the stuff with Zoro.
Yeah, it's a bit of a bummer, because this is probably the first thing I dislike about this series so far, which is not a bad thing when you're 4 episodes in, that I have one complaint.
Yeah, and even then it's not like, oh, it ruined everything.
It didn't. It kept Zoro's character arc fine, but it really I think hurts him in the long run.
Yeah.
They really just, and unfortunately, now that I'm thinking about where the pieces are going to end up, unfortunately, this is the only place they could have put it, but I don't think it works really well here.
No, I think...
It feels awkward.
I think what you were hoping was that there's going to be more parallels to his flashbacks and what was going on in the present day. But honestly, it kind of felt a little bit ham-fisted, because you had the point in the last episode of, oh, they're putting him in the well to take him out of the battle, but it felt very much like a plot device.
Yeah, and it felt easy. Like, climbing out of that well felt pretty easy. He failed once, and then he just kind of did it again and got out. Maybe he should have had those flashbacks when he was fighting the cats, but then you can't have it, like, going back and forth between Luffy's fight with...
I think that still could have worked, though. I think the unfortunate thing is, I think a lot of the pieces were actually there. Like, the setting was gorgeous. I think the two young actors were really, really good.
Yeah.
And I think they could have added some more meat to that. Honestly, even just adding some more lines. Like you said, expanding upon Kuina's, the sexism she's facing and the stuff with her father, who, you're right.
Because it kind of comes out of nowhere. I mean, it almost comes out like she's whining about it. But when you see her getting constantly mistreated by her father and ignored by her father, despite being his best student.
Right, and like you said, I didn't even, like, pick up on the fact that they didn't explicitly say that.
You would not, even after she died, you don't know that's her father. You just think it's her sensei.
Yeah. So, which maybe that was the intention for some reason.
It makes no sense.
But again, that's the important thing is they could have made it more work. And I get that this was already a really long episode. I think there's probably like stuff they could cut down a teeny bit to accommodate for that. Like I said, even just a couple more lines and it would have been improved. So that's upsetting.
Yeah, for me, I think it really takes away from Zoro a little bit, because when we first meet Zoro in the anime, he's this really rash, reckless, angry little kid who cons his way into becoming, and that doesn't really con, but he kind of like becomes a student at this school, and it contrasts so differently from the Zoro we meet in the series, who's very in control of their emotions, but still holds on to a little bit of that arrogance, but is nowhere near as hot-headed and angry as he was as we see him grow up as a child. And we learn that's because of this pact he's made with Kuina, where he kind of has to learn to control his emotions in order to honor that promise he made to her. And now it's kind of like, yeah, he is still a little angry, but it's played off like boys will be boys kind of way-ish almost.
I think the biggest problem is that they planted the seeds of their relationship without really letting it flourish before kind of showing that, hey, here's his motivation. It's like, it feels a little bit, it falls flat because it wasn't developed enough.
Absolutely, because they give it a whole episode in the anime.
Yeah, and which I would never have expected them to do here.
No, but at least maybe half an episode, because the news of her death hits so much harder in the anime.
Oh, yeah.
Because you actually know her as a character.
Right.
And you don't see it coming. It's such a
It's so shocking. I totally forgot that had happened when you watched it for the first time.
It's shocking and so tragic because she died in a way, she literally fights with swords on a daily basis, and her death is so mundane and it could happen to anyone. She's tripped. They don't even say how she died in this.
No, the only thing I can think of is maybe they purposely didn't want to because they thought the original way was maybe like
But I love that because it's so heartbreakingly tragic because it's so simple. She dies falling down a flight of stairs and she breaks her neck. And it's tragic and it could happen. It's not something out of the realm of possibility. And it's such a stark contrast to how she lives her life. She lives her life so aggressively.
I have a theory. So
let's hear it.
I wonder if the reason they felt they didn't need to devote as much time to it is because a certain character may show up in this season and they feel like, oh, well, that will give him more development.
Oh, you think she's gonna show up?
There's I said potential, especially since we confirmed another character has actually appeared already.
We won't spoil who it is.
So, which to be clear, I'm not saying that makes it better. I just wonder if that's part of their justification because that will allow Zoro more development.
Well, we'll see, because as it is right now, it feels very half-baked, and I'm a little disappointed. Again, it's not the end of the world. It's not going to affect how I view Zoro in the present time.
And I do think they did some things right with it. I think the fights were good.
It's gorgeous. It's shot like this, almost like this kung fu, like the old style.
Like a satirized paint.
Yes, like old school like kung fu movies almost, and when you have the sun being the primary source of light, and you have this beautiful landscape in the foreground and background of shots.
Yeah, I think, again, the pieces were there. The writing just wasn't.
And again, that also, like, it's weird because that was shot like an old martial arts movie. And then you juxtapose that with how this episode was a horror movie.
Right.
And it feels so out of place tonally a little bit.
I know. So that's a bummer, but... It
was such a small part of the episode that by the time the episode really got into the meat and potatoes of it, I had already forgotten about it.
Yeah, but they tried to reference it during his fight though with the siblings, and I think that was a cool fight, but even that felt underwhelming.
Yeah, because like I said, they kind of took the oomph out of the importance of Wado Ichimonji, because when he goes to ask her father for it, Kuina's father for it, it's one-on-one. And the father kind of gives it to him. He explains how important it is and that it's a family heirloom. And he gives it to him because it's not only so that Zoro can keep his promise to Kuina, but so that the father can make up for making his daughter inadvertently push herself more than she had to. Because maybe she fell down the steps because she was too exhausted from pushing herself. I don't know, but there's definitely way more emphasis on the importance of that sword to both Zoro and his sensei. So that's why he treasures it so much.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do feel like some of that was missing.
Yeah, they took a little steam out of the importance of it a little bit. But what are you going to do? The episode's already one of the longest episodes of the season so far.
Yeah.
And we still had to do so much. These 2 episodes put together, they have some of the best direction and set design so far.
Absolutely.
I really like your comparison. We didn't even talk about last episode. I loved your comparison to Alice in Wonderland, because that's kind of the life that Kaya is living.
Mm-hmm.
She's kind of like in this really wondrous world with so much going on, surrounded by
Cheshire Cat.
Cheshire Cat. Cat reference. Oh my God, so many cats.
You're loving it.
So, I prefer the dog episodes. I prefer Garp Ship, but it fits the theme, and the design of the structural theme of the episode works so well with the set design.
Mm-hmm.
And I love that. And then when you contrast it to this episode, which the mansion also does it, because it's designed so weird, and because this has this weird, wacky aesthetic, when you turn all the lights off, it really is a pretty scary setting to hold an episode.
Absolutely. And what's so crazy is, for a very fantastical world with a lot of crazy designs for the characters and for some of the settings, that stood out to me immediately. Like, oh, even by the show standard, it looked so weird and off-putting, I think, too intentionally, though.
Yes. Yeah. And I have to say, I much prefer this setting for the battle with Kuro and the cats than the beach.
Yeah.
And I think it does a good job of making Luffy look less stupid than he did by running past the fight.
Well, that's the problem is, and talking about how the Zoro stuff was too rushed, I think that was done pretty perfectly, because 1, it was just a very interesting setting, and 2, it was also more efficient, and we actually didn't spend the whole time there. Like, Luffy is taken out, but against his own will, and to help Kobe.
And it let the actor playing Kuro really get the chance to chew up the scenery a little bit and work the environment.
Oh, yeah.
And he worked it.
Oh, please. When he, started jamming his claws through the walls, that was genuinely horrifying.
Yes. He's a very creepy... Not him personally. The character is he played the character very creepy.
Yeah.
And very menacing.
Yeah. No, all of that was so fantastic in this episode.
Like a slasher villain.
Yeah, I think that had to have been part of the intention.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's got Freddy Krueger claws, almost.
Well, also, just consider the whole premise for this whole saga is, you're this young teenage girl, your parents have died, and the person you thought you could trust more than anyone else, not only do they hate you, they want to murder you.
Yes, literally murder you.
And you've done literally nothing wrong. Oh, and they've been poisoning you for 3 years.
3 years. Oh my gosh.
Munchausen, no one's business.
Horrible. It makes Kaya her story so much more tragic, because she loses essentially everyone, where before she at least kept Mary.
I know, and even by then when she's like, I'm done with staff for a while, it's like...
But it also shows her strength, because maybe even Mary surviving also gave her a crutch.
Yeah.
And she kind of leaned on him. Now she's like, you know what? This was my parents' dream. I'm appreciative for everything that I have, but I want to go I want to follow.
Right.
I want to go in my own direction.
And I think that's even strengthened further by the camaraderie she develops with Nami, who expects the absolute worst from her. And she has way more depth than even she expected. And in a way, that's almost like how the audience might feel.
Yes. Special shout out to the score again. Wonderful. But I have to give a special shout out because, man, we get a sample of We Are when they first take out the Going Merry in this episode. And it hits me right in the soul, because that's one of my favorite One Piece openings. I think it's quite possibly the best.
It just is.
It imbues the spirit of the show so well.
I know. It's like, whether the English or Japanese lyrics, they immediately come to mind for me hearing that.
It was so nostalgic, and it was such a fist pump moment, and I was so happy that we were able to get that in this episode. But man, it's time, baby. Next episode, we meet the best member of the Straw Hat crew.
Oh, that's what you're doing that for?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm doing that for, baby, because he's coming. The blonde, handsome devil himself. We are going to meet Sanji, and I can't wait.
Wow. What? Imagine he just doesn't show up.
Don't put that evil out into the world. He will be there waiting for me, like I'm here waiting for him.
That's lovely.
If you guys liked the video, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our latest content. If you are liking the One Piece live-action adaptation, drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. And if you want to catch our other reactions to the series, click the link on the page. And until next time, guys, stay versed.